Here, next. So whenever you write script manually, as I said earlier, in the organization, we are not going to record anything, right? We need to write the script manually. We need to write the script manually. If that is the case, whenever you are supposed to write your script manually, okay, whenever you are trying to write your script manually, then you need to add that information into object repository, right? Whenever you are trying to write the information into object repository, then you need to add the information into object repository manually. So let's see. How to add the information into object repository manually. We'll have a look on it. So that we'll call it as a pre-learning. So whenever you write script manually, then it's your duty that we need to add the information into object repository. Let's see how to add the information into object repository. First of all, let me take a new test. And let me write a script to log in into the test. I have object repository and my object repository is empty. Let me write a script now to log in into the application. I will explain you how to write the script in our next class, but just concentrate on object repository as if now. I'm writing the script to log in into PC, to log in into that flights one dialog. Password dot set Mercury. I'm just writing a script to click on that OK button. Simple. It's not case sensitive, even you can write in upper cases. Okay. So I have written bin edit, write agent name called ABC, and in the password write Mercury and click on OK button. Okay. Now let me run the test. I have written the script manually and I am running the test. Let's see how it behaves. See here, it's saying that object was not found in object repository. Object was not found in object repository because there is no information in the object repository. So obviously it will throw an error message as discussed earlier. Yes, if you record it, then it will load that respective information into object repository automatically. But whenever you write a script manually, then it's your turn that you need to add the information into object repository. You need to add it. If you write the script manually, then that's your duty that you need to add information into objects repository manually. So let's see how to add the information into objects repository. Just go into the object repository. It's empty right now. Just move on to the edit. Just move on to the objects. Here you will find a thing called add objects to local. Add objects to local. Okay. So here it's empty now. Just click on objects and you can click on just add objects to local and click on application taskbar. Make sure that you need to click on application taskbar. You know what is the taskbar is, right? So you need to click on that application taskbar. Don't click on anywhere. Just click on the application taskbar. That's it. And click OK. Now it will ask you for 4 filter options. 4 filter options. We'll be discussing about that filter options, but as if now there are 4 filter options and you can just click on OK. Here it has loaded the information into object repository. Here I want the agent name. Yes, it is existing. I want a password. Yes, it is existing. I want a OK button. Yes, it's there. So there are 2 other things left, cancel and help. You can leave about that, but agent name, password and OK has been taken. The information which is related to execute the test, that has been loaded into object repository now. Even the extra is there actually, but don't worry about that. I'm just running it. It will execute the test now because it has the information in object repository. Simple. See here? Now, whenever you write a script manually, then you are the one who is going to add the information into object repository because you only know for what you have written the script for, right? So let's see and what are the filter options and how exactly we need to add the information into object repository. I have deleted everything from the object repository now. So let's assume that this is the application what we are trying to deal with. Just click on objects. You can add objects to local. Click OK. If you select the first filter option, select object only. If you select this first filter option, whenever it populates, it will select only the parent object. Only one parent object, that's it. Here, it has taken only login into consideration. It has not taken agent name or any other thing. It has taken only login as a consideration, right? Next. This is what the first filter option what we have. The next one. Just right click on it, click on delete, click on add objects to local, click on application taskbar, click OK. It will ask us for the 4 filter options again. I'm selecting the second filter option and clicking on OK. See here, it has populated with agent name, password, OK, cancel and help. Just look on the application. Is that everything loaded? Looks almost everything, right? But let me draw it. This agent name represents this agent name box actually. This password represents this password box. This OK, cancelled, help. These 3 buttons are represented by these 3 buttons. It's good. Is everything loaded? Image is not loaded. Image information has not taken into object repository. And technically speaking, as I said, each and every part of your AUT is considered as an object. This agent name represents this box, but what about this text? It's a static text, even that is not loaded. What about this password? This is also a static text, even that is not loaded into object repository. The images and static text, because those are not such frequently used and those are not actually the testable objects. Like if you write a agent name edit box, there we can test it. But what we test on a static text, right? Which is non-operative object, where we can't operate anything on that. So that object basically will not load into object repository if you use default filter options. Clear? Images and static text will not be loaded. All the major objects will be loaded except images and static text. Okay, if that is the case, so how to handle this? If I want to load that static text and images also into object repository, then what is the solution for it? Let me delete everything from OR. OR represents object repository. Select all objects type. All objects type and click on OK. Here. It has loaded everything from your AUT. Everything. Just have a look on this. This agent name and password represents one for this box and one for this box. As discussed, the three buttons represents these three buttons here, and extra we have a static. It represents image. And this two agent name password, this which are in a bit hash color here, ABC, ABC. Okay, which represents this text and this text. So it has loaded everything. Whenever we use a all objects type, it loads everything into object repository. But basically we use default only. We'll never use this all objects type because it loads everything which are not actually necessary. Okay. Let's take the next one. A specific group of objects can be loaded into object repository. If you want only buttons to be loaded, a specific group, yes, we can. If you want only edit box to be loaded into object repository, yes, we can. That is using your fourth option. Click on add objects to local. Click on application taskbar. Click OK. Now if you select object type and just click on select. See here, I want to use only buttons. Just check the buttons. Go ahead and see where are the buttons and you can check it. If you want to use only edit boxes, I want to load into only edit boxes. Just check the edit boxes and click on OK. Only edit boxes like agent name and password. Only these two will be loaded into object repository. It will not take the other one. See like this. If you want only buttons, yes, select the buttons. Only buttons will be loaded like that. Only a specific group of objects can be added using this type of mechanism, the last filter option. Okay, and like by chance, by suppose, if you want to add only one object, I don't want to add the group both actually. Have OK, agent name and password is already existing. If I can take only OK into object repository, then I can run the test. Yes, I want only a single object. I don't want a group of objects. If you don't want group of objects to be loaded into object repository, then a simple task what we need to do is, rather than clicking on application taskbar, you need to click on that object directly. So earlier I used to click on the application taskbar, right? Now move your mouse towards the application, towards the object what you want to load. I want to load the information of this OK button. Just click on that OK button. That's it. That's it. Don't click on taskbar. Click on the object directly and only that object's information will be loaded. Clear? If you want to load the group of objects, then click on the taskbar and select the desired filter option and you can click on next so that it will move ahead. But if you click on only a specific object, that only the OK's information has been taken into object repository because I have clicked on that object. Let me run it. It has agent name, password and OK. Obviously it will execute. Clear? Now